Yes, sir. We right back at it, man. Gray Rizzy, we out here. Shade 45. It's always a good time when we're able to represent the hometown. Shout out to Eminem. But let me say this properly because I have a Detroit native in the building. What up, though? All right, I didn't have my Cartiers. I'm sorry, I didn't have no buffs. You know, I fucked up on that part. But the fact that you're here, that's all I need to know. All I need to see. Shout out to my guy, Payroll Giovanni in the building. What's up, man?
What up, though?
How's everything going?
Oh man, smooth. I can't complain, man.
Well, I wouldn't either if I had a project like Spirit of a Boss out here. You know what I'm saying? You're out here moving.
I appreciate that, man. Most definitely.
Let's start with this because you always have gems in your music. I always think it's motivational music. Go out there and get it type music.
Definitely.
What's the biggest difference that you would say listeners can expect with this project right here from you?
I'll probably say I got a little more personal on this project than I ever got. You know, like just as far as like talking about certain subjects I never really spoke on, like, you know, home life and, you know, relationship with your girl, your kids, you know, stuff like that. Just grown man shit, you know. Usually I really just touch on hustling and how to go legit and all of this and that. But this time I kind of just hit all aspects of grown man.
Yeah, I heard some maturity in there. Like there's a song where you just talking about, you know, your girl and how usually when, you know, guys it's tired of being single. Like usually when you lose your girl, you be like, man, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah.
And you say this in your music, but then there's a part in the song where you're like, all I want is her.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this is different. This is different right here.
Yeah.
What leads up to that for you, especially in this point of your career?
I mean, well, I always been like kind of, you know, organized type of guy, you know what I'm saying? And when you single, well, for me, when I'm single, you know, shit just all over the place. You know, I'm out all night. I'm getting into trouble and all type of dumb
horribly,
shit. Yeah,
drinking everything,
spending money like it's water. So you know, I always kind of needed that structure, you know, and that's why I like Tired of Being Single songs. Like the first verse is like, you know, the thrill of being single again. You know, you happy, like, yeah, I'm about to go fuck with some hoes, this and that. Then the second verse is when it hits you, like, I don't like this shit. And then the third verse is like, I gotta get her back. Like, is it too late? You know?
He's like, I'm at war with my pride. I just like the way you structured it because it literally is like a manual. Yeah. But you got to be of a certain age to really understand that and really appreciate what you may have lost, man. But this is what I want to do. I want to get to this song because it's the lead single. This shit is tough. What I Look Like. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think this is vintage right here, and not vintage in an old way, just vintage you, Payroll Giovanni. This is what people know you for.
That's like the core Doughboys Cash Out sound.
Absolutely,
you know real Detroit raw shit.
Absolutely, man. In fact, I feel like people are about to put their windows down. I don't know how cold it is in Detroit right now, but there's some heat from Payroll Giovanni. Let's get to it right now. It's What I Look Like off that Spirit of a Boss. Gray Rizzy, we out here. Shade 45. Yes, sir. Gray Rizzy, we out here right now. Payroll Giovanni is in the building. This whole pandemic shit, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, you even being here, so you know, we're up here in Harlem right now, Harlem, New York City. Shout out to PVA Studios, my homie Ty. It's hard to move around and it's hard to feel comfortable. Like, we have a whole bunch of rules that we even have here in the studio, including being 6 feet apart right now. Right. But what is it like for you? Because, you know, you have skin in the game. You've had multiple rollouts, you know what I'm saying? And you've been on the road multiple times. But what is it like for you right now? Because nobody has experienced no shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for me, like, I was really... When the pandemic came, like, I was really cool with chilling, you know what I'm saying? Because I was running around crazy before it hit. So that kind of just sat me down. That's really when I made Spirit of a Boss. You know, like, I really got to sit down and kind of just analyze my life and just seeing shit that mattered, you know, shit that didn't matter. But, like, as far as, like, work go, you know, like, I'm an artist. I never really depended on my shows too much, you know? So it really ain't affect me like that, you know?
How many, and not to get too much into your business, but I know that A, you're a hustler, B, you go out there and get it, and C, you're a businessman, man. How many streams of revenue do you have outside of just, you know, music, making actual music and putting it out?
Oh, man, you know, you got to have 7, you know what I'm saying?
To be successful.
You got to have about 7, you know, but music, you know, music the top, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, probably about 5.
It's the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's the vehicle.
Music is like, it provided the platform for everything else.
Right.
You know.
Somebody I had a chance to speak to not too long ago, Big Sean. And one of the things that jumped out, and, you know, if you haven't already, definitely go support Detroit too. It's out there right now. But one of the things that that caught me off guard was a crew cut. Friday Night Cypher.
Yeah.
Payroll, do you know there's kids outside right now that have never heard a song over 3 minutes, let alone 9 minutes plus?
Yeah.
What was it like for you to be on that song, this is an important project for Big Sean, but it's all Detroit, man. This is all Detroit.
Yeah.
On this right here, from, someone who is super, I want to say global, Big Sean, to artists who are new out there getting it out the mud. Like, I'm trying to like Deja's on there. There's so many different people who are
Sada, Cash Doll.
So many.
Man, there's a lot on there.
T Grizzly.
Yeah, T Grizzly.
And he sets it off. Like, what was it like for you though to be part of that? When I asked Sean, and let me preference it with this. In fact, no, I want to know your answer first. Then I'm gonna let you know what Sean said.
I mean, it was just, it was a privilege, man. I appreciate it in a major way. Like Sean been showing us hella love from the gate. When Doughboys Cash Out first came out, like he was shouting us out on songs and, bringing us out at the shows. He ain't have to do that. So, I got the utmost respect for Big Sean, for sure.
He told me that it was one of those things where it was so many different people, and I can't forget Eminem is on this song as well. He closes it out.
He really made that motherfucker, long guy's law.
Yo, it was one of those things where Sean was like, yo, I guess somebody had brought it to his attention, and he was like, yo, I didn't want to, I didn't know if I had enough time, and it made it, but I think it was so important for the city. But something that Sean said about the project is that just putting it all together was so important for him because, there's different pieces of the song and the beats change and the tempos change, and it really is tailored to the person who's spitting at the time.
Right.
Do you feel like it's historic? Because I do. Do you feel like
Nah, most definitely. It's I'm on a song with Eminem. Like, that's history right there for me. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And he got everybody in the city, that he wanted on there. He got a lot of artists on that song, and he put it together the right way. Like, he flew us out to L.A., got us in the studio, all of that.
Oh, so y'all, see.
No, everybody wasn't in there together.
But I mean, to get that vibe, that's
like, I was in there with a couple artists, but, we could have just laid a verse and emailed it to him. He like, no, I want y'all to come to LA and we vibe and kick it and all of that. So, shout out to Big Sean, man.
Shout out to Sean. In fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and make this the best 9 minutes and change in your motherfucking life because we were about to play this song, Friday Night Cypher. He's on it. Payroll Giovanni. Keep it locked. Shade 45. We out here, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's Gray Rizzy. We out here. Shade 45. We are in Detroit. What up, though? Look, I was going to Payroll Giovanni's in the building too, by the way. All right. You need to know that right there.
By love.
Spirit of the Boss is out as well. You need to go ahead and get that. That's a manual to you fixing your fucking life. Let's be clear about that.
Most definitely.
When I play this music, man, I love it when artists come up here and they just make it tough for me to play a song because I might like a song and I'm like, oh fuck, I like this other song. And I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna be like, yo, let me play the Strathmore joint because that's home.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie, this What's a Plug joint? I mean, look, I know I'm not the only one, bro. Like, this is that Tina Turner sample. Yeah. Like, what's love? Won't you play that? There's an undertone here that there's like this 80s kind of like strongness to it that it reminds me of probably around the time that we grew up, maybe late 80s, early 90s or something like that.
Yeah.
Was that intentional? Am I hearing that shit right?
It wasn't intentional, but that's like a big part of the Detroit sound. You know what I'm saying? Like sampling the 80s records, sampling the 90s records, and just putting some hard drums with it or flipping some love shit into some drug shit. Like it's just like some Detroit ingredients,
Right. It makes a lot of sense though. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why I like it. Maybe, I gotta fucking thank God I'm this age because I'll probably be outside right now trying to figure it out. Let me go ahead and move something. Let me move something, oregano, something. But there's these songs right here, there's a point where, and I forgot which song it was, but I know there was a woman speaking on it, and she says, like, yo, I remember it's like you were growing up, and the next thing I know, you running up and down the street, these rims, this music, these cars, and all that. How much are you experiencing that? Because I felt like that was real life. How much are you experiencing that where people are looking at you as the example now? You're not just somebody that's out there trying to do your thing. You are an example of success.
I mean, man, it's like something I had to step up to feel the shoes of it, because before, like, we was just rapping, just fucking around, and it turned into something big. And like now people looking at me like, you know, like the hope, you know, like, man, you know, like you could do this shit, and you know, what should I do about this? What should I do about that? Come to me with their problems. First, I'm like, man, ain't my fucking bitch. I don't know what the fuck to do with it, you know.
right.
But I had to like really look at it from a different point of view, because you know, I was once young, looking at, you know, older cats in the neighborhood, you know, like drug dealers, whatever it was, and you know, for them just to talk to me was like, oh man, that made my day. You know what I'm saying? For them to give me some advice, so you know, it's just something I had to just step up to the plate for.
Right. Is there anyone? Are you willing to give that advice now?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. As
long as motherfuckers, I'm sure, as long as they're willing to receive it.
Yeah, that's the main part.
Yeah.
Now, some shit, you know, just going one ear and out the other. You know, that's on you. But I gave you the game. You know, you got to soak it up and use it. You know.
Well, look, if you need some more game, what you need to do is go ahead and get the Spirit of a Boss. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping that there was some bags coming in with some tracksuits, but I'll go ahead and speak to management on that. You know what I'm saying? I do watch. I do pay attention to what the fuck is going on out here.
My bag was overpacked, man. I swear, I would have brought a whole bag for everybody.
Yeah, man. But you know who looks good? Lil Man. Yo, that's the perfect. That's the perfect model right there.
Shout out Juju the Boss, man.
Yeah, man. Juju the Boss making the machine with the money right there. That's a model and a half, man. But like, I want to say congratulations on this, because I know independently this shit isn't an easy game, but you have been able to navigate through all this stuff, man, and you still doing it, and you're doing it like a G.
Appreciate
so you got to give that salute
most
when it's due, man. Give those flowers, bro.
For sure.
Look, before I get out of here, I said when we started this break, it's tough, man. So I'm gonna put the pressure on you. Fuck it. Are we doing Strathmore, or are we going with what's the plug?
We can go with Strathmore.
Strathmore?
You know? Yeah, represent the block real quick.
So look, if you in your car right now, put your fucking windows down, turn this shit all the way up. Before we get out of here, how can everybody tap in with you, man? I want to make sure they know exactly what you got going on.
Instagram, Payroll_Giovanni. And follow me on Instagram. I ain't on nothing else. Anything else fake. Don't follow it. Don't talk to him.
Yeah, make sure you follow right now. Tap in with him. And while you in the following mood, follow me, damn it, because I need some of his motherfucking followers. I can't get the hair. He cut his hair. He still got his hairline. I'm bald still.
I got you, though.
Follow us, man. At Gray Rizzy, at Shade45. Turn those notifications on and make sure, like I said, if you missed any part of this interview, download the SiriusXM app. Search Payroll Giovanni, Gray Rizzy, Shade45. Listen to it on your time on demand. Spirit of a Boss is out right now. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Best believe we out here. Whoa. Peace.